Hello, hello. We are live with Lavender Shadows. I'm excited. Lavender
Lavender
Love.
Love.
That's so funny.
Is it shady?
Very appropriate, Carly. Thank you. That well placed sponsorship.
You wish.
That will be the day. We are here with Lavender Shadows, our little burning wheel game here, and we're gonna find out what happens when you go toe to toe with a murderer who has a magic cloak.
For some reason, I thought you were about to say toe to toe with an Eskimo.
That is the secret, Marco. He is an Eskimo. How did you know? No. So
It's the fact that he walks up to people and goes,
he does not do that. That would be very disturbing.
he is pretty nosy.
No.
Marco's
like
gonna
that.
die. What do I care?
Don't like that. What in the world is this? What? That makes no sense. Why are you resetting things?
Because I can.
Oh, there it is. So OBS was like, we're just not gonna capture this video. Don't worry about it.
Cool.
There we go. It's back. It's back, folks. How do we start this game? Beliefs and instincts. Sorry, I've been at work all day. I have just been constantly audio editing, so my brain is a little fried. So
Deep fried?
deep fried.
Or just the memes.
Yeah. Marco Tisby, what are your beliefs and instincts and traits?
I was gonna ask you about the first one because I'm not sure if this will apply the way you're talking, given what you were saying earlier. So I can find the killer. I will find justice. But do we want to change that to being about? I will just kind of like because like we mentioned like the fact that obviously I know my uncle's wrong. I got the one guy who's about to, interfere with everything. Is that going to cover both of those, or
I will discover a new piece of evidence on the trail of the killer.
Well, I kind of already feel like I have all the
I can
evidence.
find the killer. I will find justice. I mean,
yeah, and
I feel like that is just the belief now, right? Yeah, I can.
That's
find
what I
the
was gonna
killer,
say.
I will find justice. And
you're
then
about to find
you either get that this session or you don't, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Second one, I can, and I feel like this is also going to happen this session or not at all.
Yeah.
I can find a better life. I will bring my family out of poverty.
Yep.
And then last one, I think it's still kind of under works. I will work with Joe to discover the meaning of the sign.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Perfectly.
And then instincts, I always have a knife on me, which sounds like it's about to be very useful. I always make sure I know who is in the room. I always have an alibi ready. And then traits are rabble-rouser, shrewd, drop-dead gorgeous, chronologue, odd, frugal, emotional. Then die traits are cold-blooded, jaded, and thick-skinned.
Cool.
That's it.
Marguerite Leblanc.
Okay, here we go. Belief number 1. Crozier's into some shady business. I will use this to my advantage, securing a better role in the opera.
Yeah, you will.
Number 2. The killer must be stopped. I will do what I can to help Marco catch him.
There you go.
Number 3. I am better than those stuck-up dancers. I will prove to Benedicta that I'm not the same as them.
Yep.
And now I have some child-rearing skills, so maybe. Instincts, I always try to flirt my way out of problems.
Yep.
If anyone tries to ask about my personal life, I try to deflect / change the subject. Traits: flowery, colorful, fretful, industrious, tolerant, downtrodden, and a sonorous voice.
You know who else has a sonorous voice? Emily.
I was gonna say Emily.
I have to keep making the same jokes I've been making the entire time we've been doing this game.
If Marguerite uses her flirtatiousness to get out of problems, is that how she's gonna help Marco?
Yes, I will flirt.
Just
I will
distract
flirt with the killer. You give me the knife, and I will stabby stab.
I mean, Josephine Boulay.
I want to learn all that I can about the ancient world. Jocelyn Pascal, and I will uncover more truths about the ritual.
Yeah, you will.
This one I kept in there just because I don't really know what else I should put in there. But I said the ancient language must not be forgotten. I will continue to teach Vivienne, and I figured that could go broad as far as like helping her like magic and stuff like that too.
Yep.
Belief number 3: the bald man is after me. I will find out what he wants with me.
The bald man has a name.
I know his name is Jamie, but I just like to call him the bald.
I had him listed in the bald man so many times in my notes because it was just easier.
Yeah. Instincts. If someone has romantic interest in me, then I push them away. If someone asks me about sign language, I will begin to teach them. Always call out a liar. Traits: rabble rouser, instinct hands, no nonsense, headstrong, traditional, sophisticated, mark of privilege, bookworm, and driven.
Cool stuff. Vivian, Auguste.
I believe Matthias loves me. I will marry him. I believe Xanatos has good intentions. I will fulfill my destiny. I believe the magic is dangerous. I will not use it beyond necessity. Instincts: always be kind, even in the face of disrespect. Never neglect to send the swiftly written reply to a letter. Always have a good book on my person. Traits: rabble rouser, earthy smell, salt of the earth, sophisticated, headstrong, traditional, affinity for plants, mark of privilege, deaf, and down to earth.
Perfecto. Alrighty, so we begin our game where we last left it, and we see a replay of what happened before, right? So we see you guys get into the carriage, and Desiree Gilson shows up at the door of the carriage.
Didn't we say it happened like halfway home?
It was like at the outskirts of the city. Yeah, that's basically you're almost back. And we get this moment where, Desiree's standing outside, and he basically says, Joe, I wasn't finished with you, sort of a thing. And then we just see him rip open the door and murder Pascal, murder Marco, and then get right to you, Josephine, and basically just say to you, this is where it begins. You and me. You will tell me what I want to know. And then Joe wakes up, obviously, because this is a TV show and we pull stuff like that.
Wait, are you serious right now?
Yeah, I'm totally serious. Yep.
Screw you, Caleb. I've been thinking about what I wanted to say this whole week.
Yep.
Wow. Pulling that crap on me.
I am
Okay.
indeed pulling that crap on you.
You know what I think happened? You thought about it long and hard, and you were like, oh no, I went too far.
Yep.
This is no.
Absolutely. That is exactly what happened, Alyssa. But that's okay. Right, we're playing a game. We can
It's
basically
all good. It's
retcon it if we want to. Basically, I realized I was like, okay, Vivian and Marguerite aren't here. And this is the sort of thing that really needs to either, right, he gets away again, which would work, would be fine, but we're also running out of time to finish the game. Or you actually stop him, and then Vivian's entire thing is just gone, right? That just doesn't make any sense. So
that's fair.
Yeah. So you wake up and you're back in the estate, obviously, right?
Yeah, I'm in the inn, still my way.
Yeah, but either way, you end up back at the estate. You make it back.
There.
Yeah, you make it back safely. Where do we want to start? Honestly, I'm fine with there's pieces we can pick up anywhere here. Do we want to start with Marguerite, like you said? Do we want to?
She has more stuff to get through, so let's start there.
Sure, perfect. Yeah, what do you want to start with, Marguerite?
I think I need to go to Benedicta first, because if I blackmail my way, that's not going to impress her.
Yeah.
So I need to impress her first and then blackmail my way with my slightly better dance skills, hopefully.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So we see you at the normal morning practice with Benedicta.
I would like to have Isabeau with me.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe she found some new frog friends, and I sewed them tutus. Little frog tutus.
All right. Let's
because
go
I
ahead and
care.
roll that.
That's just too much.
Nope. Didn't like that.
That makes it better.
I have to say, in all of my years of playing Burning Wheel, I have never had someone roll the sewing skill to make tiny tutus for frogs. So that's
They're
new.
gonna be so cute. Hopefully. Cool. So I'm gonna roll sewing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I fork in conspicuous to make them very bright and gaudy tutus? And sparkly.
Conspicuous is about making yourself noticed.
I know.
Yeah.
I just don't want to totally fail at sewing these tutus. Okay, so I fork in like nothing. I
Yeah,
think.
pretty much. I mean, I'll look at your skills again. I think you can fork in child rearing here.
Oh, okay.
Mainly just because child rearing is also a skill that you can use as sewing for children. And so it makes sense that they would be kind of like in the realm of related knowledge. Yes, you can fork that in. The ob's gonna be 3.
Oh no.
Because I assume you're not like legitimately getting like really nice noble fabric and making it too. Yeah, it's just like normal fabric. Yeah.
Oh, I got a 6. I'm using fate.
All right. How many? 1 or 2? You have 7.
I know. I'm gonna use 2.
All right.
For freaking 2 twos.
Caleb,
I'm gonna laugh if you don't get anything.
Caleb, she's putting bears on the frogs because they're 2-2s.
0 successes. So what happens to these 2 twos?
Well,
are they literally like a piece of fabric glued to a frog?
Pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty nasty looking. Yep.
Traumatize your child.
Yep, pretty much.
Look, she's probably been traumatized by a lot worse.
That's fair.
By me being her mother.
Yeah. Did you put the fate in sewing already?
I did.
Okay, perfect. Just making sure. So, yeah, that happens. And I think, I mean, obviously the failure here is probably like, yeah, your daughter's just creeped out more than anything by it. It's just like, Mom, frogs don't wear clothes.
We were going to dance practice. I thought it could be
frogs don't dance,
thing.
Mom. And she like seems really concerned about you. Like, frogs don't dance, Mom.
You're very right, Isabeau. Would you like to take something else to dance practice with you?
Yeah, she puts a hand on your hand, and then she says, "I think I'll be okay, Mom."
Okay. I guess we go to dance practice now.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
I've worried my child.
You have. Yeah, so you get to dance practice. Is there any like particular? Are you entering differently than you would before?
Today is the last day left to get my difficult dance test to then increase my dance skill. So I feel like I'm entering in, and despite the frog, incident. Whoa.
Oh, sorry, I changed it. Yeah, that was me.
This morning, I'm feeling pretty good with my dancing, at least right now, and I feel like me and Isabeau are in a good place. I'm just feeling, I feel like I'm standing up straighter. I have a reason for my importance now. I'm gonna be better at dancing. Like I can feel that it's going to be a good day today.
Do you want to roll conspicuous for Benedicta to notice you?
Oh, sure. I'd love to.
Yeah. Let's see. What are obs for conspicuous?
Maybe I'm like singing a song with Isabeau as we're walking in. Like we're doing a really cute duet. Like it's like Love is an Open Door or something.
Okay.
Just being adorable.
I think it's just going to be an ob 1.
Cool. We're finishing each other's sandwiches.
I think this is basically going to be like a linked test to whatever you want to do with Benedicta later, right? So if you get at least a 2 on this, you'll get an extra die.
So can I fork in child rearing and singing? If me and Isabeau are having fun singing together as we walk in, singing a nice cheery duet. So ob 1 is all.
I think actually I'm going to increase it to, okay, so this is a question for you. I would increase it to ob 2 if you are actually including Isabeau, mainly because you failed the sewing roll and now Isabeau's worried about you. And it's just she wouldn't readily join in this as she would normally. So if you want, you can add in child rearing if you want to, but it would also increase the ob by 1, which means you'll have to get 3 successes total to get the link test.
Look, me and Isabeau are in this together.
All right, sounds good.
I'm a good mother.
I mean, you could probably I was gonna say you
I've
probably
worked
fork
in
and
child
dance.
rearing and singing. I could fork and dance.
Because I mean, I assume that's what you're doing too, right?
Cool.
You don't do a duet of Love is an Open Door without dancing. Let's be real about that.
Nope, that didn't matter.
Okay.
Okay, but I have a 6 in there.
Mm-hmm.
How many fate do I need to save?
You're now down to 5. You have 4 persona though, so that can come in handy later.
Okay. I'm gonna use 1 fate to reroll 1.
Okay.
Nope.
Man, it is not going well for you, Marguerite. So it doesn't increase.
But like, it's not going badly.
Yeah, it doesn't increase the obstacle for you for whatever you're gonna do later. But she notices, but like she doesn't make a big deal about it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so you just do your normal dance routine.
Still just a good day.
Practice.
Yeah. Yeah. At this point, I mean, I don't think I've been a little focused on catching a murderer and figuring out my importance in life. So I don't think I've taught Isabeau anything different, special besides playing with frogs that clearly went wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think everything else is just kind of a normal rehearsal day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I think the rehearsal day basically goes pretty much through the whole thing, right? And she doesn't really say anything, but you can tell that her eyes are on you. And then at the very end of it, if you don't like say anything more, you just do the routine. Eventually, she just says, "All right, Marguerite, what is it?"
What is what?
As soon as you walked in the door, you were dancing and singing like everything was all right again. Last time you were here, you were bemoaning your very existence.
Was I?
You were bemoaning about, like, why am I important?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Benedict, it's because I finally found some answers.
So you had sex with the guy, did you?
No. Wow. In front of my child, I kind of like say, like, really?
She's not even paying attention. She's just like, I don't know, looking at a bug.
Wow. Still rude. And I just kind of go like, no. I figured out that I was an important connecting piece in hopefully catching a murderer.
She raises one eyebrow. And what murderer would... And the murder of who... How would you phrase that? And who was murdered exactly, Marguerite?
Lord Maxence Bechard and Lord Quentin Beauveau.
She frowns. What do you know about that, Marguerite?
I now know who the murderer is, and hopefully will help bring him to justice.
She just gives you like a long, hard look.
I mean, at this point, if it's a stare off, I'm like locked in.
Yeah. So you're not breaking eye contact first sort of thing?
Nope.
Let's just make opposing will tests. See who breaks eye contact first, because she's not going to say anything. Reminder, Benedicta is played by Judi Dench.
So I just roll will?
Yeah, just roll will, yep.
With nothing else.
Mm-hmm. I clicked on will too, but it didn't roll. I clicked it.
Caleb, I don't know if I believe you.
It's not rolling. There it is.
Oh, dang it. I break.
Yeah. And then she basically just says, like, I have no idea why you thought that was going to work.
Do I get, that was just, would that have been a routine, or is that just...
Yeah, so literally what it was. It was a routine bubble in staring, Like that was the skill, right? So if you want to add that to your being learned and put a bubble on staring, you can. It's literally staring contest. That was the skill.
There we go. It's being learned.
But yeah, so she says like, all right, well, you have fun, Marguerite.
Thank you.
And she's like just frowning still, because she's like waiting for you to say something else or do something else, like to just be like pander for her attention, basically, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what you've been doing, and then she's just still frowning at you.
Look, part of the game is the chase. Now she's more interested in me because I'm acting aloof.
So is your game plan here just to leave and then let her think about this and come back at a different time and convince her that you're important, or?
I'm trying to think like what else could be said at this point. I guess like before I leave, I'll just be like, I appreciate everything that you've helped me work on so far. I'm going to go to the opera house and see if there's possibly another role to try out for, using my new dance skills that you have taught me.
She keeps frowning and she says, I'm worried about you, Marguerite.
Why would you be worried?
Because you have just enough cleverness to get yourself into trouble. I'm leaving after today, Marguerite.
Leaving? What?
Rich countess has called me to court and wants me to teach her daughters how to dance, the courtly dances. She's paying an incredibly large amount of money, and I would be a fool to pass it up. And so I'm leaving. I am glad, though, that I got to teach you something. I just hope you don't squander it.
I just kind of go like, I mean, I do understand that you had no choice in the matter. You clearly made the right decision. And I kind of just go, can you at least tell me before you go, did I change your opinion at all about me? I really tried to work hard.
I guess this is the role, yeah.
I know. That's I'm like, I don't know what else to say to her.
Yeah. I don't know. How are you doing this?
Like, would this be... I mean, would it be like persuasion and then forking other stuff in?
Maybe.
I don't know what else it would... Like, or would it just be a dance role?
No, because I think, like, again, her opinion of you has very little to do with your
little to do with
skills.
Right. That's why I'm kind of like...
So I guess probably persuasion. It just doesn't quite feel like the right skill, but I'm not sure what the right skill would be. There isn't like a impress someone skill, I guess. I don't know. Maybe this is Burning Wheel. Maybe there is.
No, don't make it something that I haven't unlocked.
I'm just double checking. No, soothing platitudes is like making someone not angry at you. Yeah, it'd just be persuasion.
Okay. So it'd be persuasion.
You can, yeah. So my first question for you, Marguerite, is: do you think you've changed?
I do think I've thought more about other people than myself, a lot more. So
this isn't like I'm forking and acting in falsehood.
It's not a blatant like lie act.
Yeah.
I do think. Okay. I mean, like I've gained the child rearing skill.
Yeah.
I feel like that shows effort.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In certainly. An actual positive direction.
Okay. So I'm trying to decide if you have anything you could fork here.
Would child rearing help? Well, would child rearing help since that is something she's done better?
I'll give you a bonus die just in general, right, for
Okay.
the situation of having done that. But if you legitimately think that you have changed, you're not acting, you're not doing falsehood here.
I know.
So
that's the issue.
those are really the only two
think
things.
I did change.
Yeah. I'll let you fork in conspicuous because you didn't fail it.
Okay, so conspicuous, bonus die.
Yeah.
And a modifier for my sonorous voice that I'm not going to forget because it's a persuasion roll.
It wouldn't be.
Right?
So what it would be is you can reroll all the failed dice on it.
Oh, okay. That's what it is.
Which would be more helpful for you anyway.
Okay. So forking in. So it's just 2 modifiers for the bonus dice and then conspicuous.
Yes. So now the question is, you have
I'm
4 persona.
Using persona.
The maximum you can use is 3.
Do I want to use 2 or 3? I'm using at least 2.
Yeah. It just depends on which one of these goals is more important to you. Because you still have blackmail that guy and help Marco catch the murderer.
Yeah. I'm going to use 2.
Okay.
What's my ob? 20.
I mean, the ob is for will, like usual.
So
it's 7. Yeah.
Okay.
Real quick. Don't roll yet.
Okay. I'm not.
I just remembered there are technically other like modifiers that can be added here. I just want to double check to see if you. So like you can work carefully, patiently, or quickly. If you work carefully, increasing the time for a test by half, but it grants a +1 die advantage. I feel like I will give you that because that's
been
the
working
entire
up to
day.
it.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
That makes sense. I knew there was like other bonus things that you could get there, so I'll give you
so
one more.
3 modifiers.
3 modifiers, 2 persona.
2 Artha.
Yep.
And ob 7.
Yep.
Or did that click? I'm so nervous.
Come on, Marguerite.
Okay.
And now you can use your sonorous voice, but so actually what you should do
I didn't get any 6s.
You didn't. You have 2 failed dice. So yeah, I would just use your sonorous voice to reroll those failed dice. Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled 2.
Yep.
Are they open-ended?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, come on. Just 1. I just need at least 1. 2 successes.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, I did it. I can't believe I did it.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh my gosh, I impressed her.
Let's double check. Does this do anything to your persuasion? It doesn't. You need 2 routines to advance persuasion.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine, whatever.
So you go ahead and mark
I did. I marked off.
Go ahead and mark dance to 4 now.
Yeah.
Because you have done that. Yeah, so it's at 4 and you can just clear those.
Oh man.
So yeah, you say that. And I don't remember if I've ever described Benedicta smiling. But she does now. She smiles, chuckles softly to herself, and then just says, "Yeah, I guess. Sure. Marguerite, take care of yourself. And try not." Just real quick, and then she just says, and try not to end up with another kid if you don't want one.
Marguerite just kind of like blushes and goes, "Thank you so much for your help." And it's kind of like, "Come on, Isabeau. We have other things to do today. And Miss Benedicta is very busy."
Yeah, and I think Isabeau probably goes over to Benedicta and then just says, "So you're leaving? And Benedicta nods. I have to go. I have a different job now. And Isabeau nods solemnly to herself. And then she says, thank you, Miss Moss. I have greatly... And she's like, seems to be looking for the word, benefited from your teaching. And then she does like a curtsy. And Benedicta just like shakes her head and rolls her eyes, sort of a thing. But like as she's turned around, sort of a thing, to follow you. Yeah, and so you guys like walk out, right? And then as soon as you do, Isabeau turns to you and then says, I don't think I've ever seen her smile.
And I just kind of like, in a low voice, go, I don't think anyone's seen her smile before us.
And she just, like, her eyes widen and she just nods.
A special day.
Yeah. I liked her.
Me too.
She holds your hand.
My daughter doesn't hate me.
Mm-hmm. She's concerned about you, but she doesn't hate you. She thinks that you think frogs need clothes, but
wow, I was just trying to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool. So do I want to jump to someone else?
I mean, who can follow that up?
I know, right?
The real
there you
question.
Go. I'm just done.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what to do with Vivienne.
Yeah,
right
I mean,
now.
yeah, basically Vivienne, like your path is pretty much set except for like related to Joe's stuff now, right?
Right.
So, I mean, Joe, do you want to dig into magic?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So it's you and Jocelyn and Pascal. Is Marco and Vivienne there and or?
It's in one of my goals.
I mean, I don't see at this point why they wouldn't be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's not like it's a secret anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is I'm trying to teach Vivienne. I just haven't told anybody except Jocelyn how I'm going to disable myself.
Yeah.
I got a knife if you need one.
No. I mean, but it's just a ritual, so they don't necessarily know like what's going on. Pascal will know very soon, but nobody else necessarily. Because we got to do some research. I mean, do we have to make a roll for the research part of this ritual?
Yes, because there's one last, like you had
there's
to
like one
get
last thing.
You got the books, but now you have to, make that last research roll or some related roll like that to figure out.
Because we basically figured out we just want to make it like really safe.
Yes, basically you need to dot your I's, cross your T's, figure out all the things that could go wrong with this ritual, iron them out so you know for sure that you were doing it right. Okay. So how did we do this last time? What skill did we roll?
Jocelyn has rolled basically.
Okay.
Most of these, and I've just kind of have helped her. Like I think we said that she does most of the research. I do like all the reading. I kind of like regurgitate everything, and then she kind of like puts it all in order. But...
Yeah. So she has the skill research, so that makes sense. So yeah, okay, perfect. So I'll add up her stuff, and then you guys can help with whatever skills you have. So she has ancient history, doctrine, folklore, library-wise, obscure history, read, religious history, rituals-wise, and saint-wise.
I mean, if they need help, I also have reading.
Yes. So Marco, you can just do brunt force reading. Whoever wants to help with any skill here can do so.
Can I help with
reading?
Can I help with ancient language since that's like what we're working on?
Yep.
And I can only help with one thing, right?
Yes, one skill. Yep. Okay, so she has 11 dice now, or 11.
What about Pascal?
11 modifiers. Yeah, that's what I was just gonna open us his character sheet and see. He has doctrine, history, obscure history. He has research, so I'll just have him help with research. That makes sense. Okay. Vivienne, do you have a skill you want to help with?
I don't think I have anything applicable.
I mean, do you have the skill read?
I don't think so.
I think you do.
Oh, yes, I do. I do.
Yeah, you have...
I mean, what the ancient languages help, wouldn't it?
Ancient languages or read would help, yeah. Which one would you like to help with? Are you just doing some brunt force reading? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means she has 12 modifiers, which means she's rolling 17 dice for this. Let's see, what's the ob here? She's a smart lady.
Like I said, we figured out most of it, so we're just tying off the loose ends. So I'd hope it's not as hard as last time.
No.
It's like, just a evening's work of work figuring out the secrets of magic.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem mainly is still that it is in a different language, so it's not going to be a walk in the park, but... Yeah, it's going to be an ob 5. All right, so everyone will get an ob 5 test with the skill that you used it on. So if you want to, based on whatever your skill is how difficult
we still have to roll.
it will be. No, you don't have to roll. It's just you just mark a test. So yeah, okay. Wow, she only got 5 out of 17 dice.
She barely got it.
That's crazy.
So we get a what test again? Say it again.
Ob 5 test based on whatever skill you're rolling.
What would that?
So
that'd be routine difficult.
Joe, for you that would be difficult for your ancient languages.
Sweet.
For Pascal, it's gonna be a challenging. For Marco, you were using read. It's a challenging. And Vivienne, it is a difficult. Yep, there you go. She barely got it. So the thing is, you didn't get extra successes she could have used to do this more quickly. So this takes a while. Right?
Does she not have fate to re-roll those? Or is she not going to bother since it worked?
Let me double check.
She got 0 6s.
Oh, wow.
I know.
She did not
that's
get a good
crazy.
roll on that. She had 2 fate. Yeah, so she could have. She technically can roll a fate. You know what? I might as well just have her roll a fate to re-roll a failed dice because there's nothing else she's going to roll on. So, no. That'll work.
Wow. That was terrible.
That was very terrible. She got so many 1s. But yeah, so it takes a while, but you finally kind of figure out. You think you know how to do this, and so this is basically like the ritual to make yourself barren, right? That's what this was. So I think it takes basically like a day and a half, maybe, to finally puzzle all this stuff out. And by the time, I think the morning of the second day, I think all of you are starting to get an idea of what's actually happening. At the very least, Jocelyn and Pascal know. Vivienne and Marco, you know, it's very complicated text for you.
Mm-hmm.
But Pascal, I think, comes up to you, Joe, that morning, when you guys are about to get started, basically, right? And he just is kind of looking at you concerned, and he just says, "Are you sure this is what you want, Joe?"
Yeah, I am. I never wanted children anyway. I didn't want to get married, so.
And he looks unsettled by that, but he doesn't question it. So he just kind of nods and then walks off to grab one of the books. Jocelyn comes over to you and says, did she know already what? I don't think she did. Did she? Okay.
About the Baron thing?
Yeah.
I feel like she did.
I feel like she would. Yeah.
I don't know what she wouldn't.
Yeah.
We read the same stuff. So.
Okay, yeah. So She comes up to you and she says, it's almost done, Joe. So we're really going to do this. And she looks like half like terrified, half excited.
Yeah, and I think I just say, I'm like, listen, Jocelyn, like, at this point, it's not even for me, it's for Vivienne, so that way I can help her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me 1 second. I just realized I have to make a roll here.
Okay.
Just have to figure out what the roll is exactly. But you guys are doing the last bits of research here, figuring out how to do it, dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's. Okay. Perfect. That works. Okay. Man, that was so bad. Okay. Who has observation?
I do not.
Does anyone
being
actually
learned.
have the skill observation?
I have it being learned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like nobody actually has it. So everybody go ahead and roll an unlearned observation.
I'll learn it after this.
Yeah. At ob 3, base ob 3.
What's observation is based on perception, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Yep, that's figured as much.
It doesn't count as a bubble. It counts as a difficult test on your perception.
Wait, what? So we don't get a bubble for it?
No, basically it's like it only counts as a bubble.
I can't unclick the bubble.
Oh, I can do that.
Wait, I forgot one. I forgot to roll one. Not that it's gonna matter, but I have one more.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I don't think it's worth it trying to.
Yeah, probably not.
Figure it out. But...
but I think you upgraded your perception.
Ooh, I could roll a fate right now. I got 3 6s.
Because you needed one more difficult.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So how do I do this then?
So there you go. You just on the side and then.
Oof. Okay,
6.
hold on.
Awesome.
Okay.
Marco upgraded his perception to 6.
I was gonna ask. I don't think I put my fate. I spent fate last week, but I didn't put it in the bubbles. I don't think.
What did you spend it on? Remember?
Rule of law and persuasion. The one time when I was trying to figure out if there was a reason to convince him not to do the shooting, and then when we were trying to convince the guy to help us.
You spent 2 on persuasion. It looks like.
And 1 on rule of law.
And 1 on rule of law. Okay.
I made it, guys.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's great.
Oh, you just put it in there.
Yeah, mark a bubble for observation there. Vivienne, you want to go ahead and roll this?
Wow, I'm so glad that I spent my fate on that.
I spaced out. What am I trying to observe?
You don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
That's the kind of the point of rolling the
At least the one person who it really
What's
matters
the
for notices.
Oh, Jocelyn Marcant actually has the skill. But she failed.
What's the ob?
Ob 3. In being learned, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you have 3 6s.
Oh, dang.
Do you want to spend 1 fate to reroll all those?
Yeah, I have 4. I'll do that. I'm rolling 2d6. Is that what I'm rolling?
3d6.
Got 3 6s there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh,
and
nice.
And those 6s rerolled too. So real quick, I'm just gonna. Yeah, so you got 4 extra successes.
Wow.
So Joe and Vivienne, I'm gonna assume Pascal fails this too because he doesn't have observation. So I'll just real quick roll for him. But I very doubt he's gonna. What? Oh, but
nice.
No, it doubles to 6.
Oh.
He got a 6, but I don't think it matters for him. Joe and Vivienne. I think it's because you guys are.
Our perception is so much wider.
So Joe, I think it's just because you're good at perception. Vivienne, I guess actually you're both good at perception. But Vivienne, this is probably more like a magical sense to you.
Okay.
You feel it and perceive it at the same time. So you notice. So Joe, are you guys in like your study? Where are you when you're doing this?
Probably.
In your study? Does your study have a window?
Probably. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't.
Yeah. So you happen to perceive, and I don't know. Joe probably is just like a sound more than anything. But Desiree Gilson is outside the window, and it seems to you in your initial assessment of the situation that he wasn't trying to like come in and assassinate anyone. He's literally listening. He's just spying, right? And so you notice that he's there. You can react in whatever way you would like to.
Oof.
This is basically like right after you know
so
how
like,
to do the ritual now.
He doesn't know that I know he's there.
Mm-hmm. So you and Vivienne sense this. Yeah, I guess Vivienne, you wouldn't be able to. He's basically invisible. Like he casts a spell to make himself invisible. So you wouldn't hear this. So Vivienne, it's purely a magical sense for you.
That explains why I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Well, then, so how do I observe it then? I just know,
sound.
like
sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I would sign to Joe to make sure she knows that something's up too. I'd just say like something's wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he knows the ancient language or not.
That's he knows it. He knows
know
it. He knows it well enough to use the magic.
I mean, just because you know a sign, a magic sign, that doesn't mean you know the
It's not all of them
It's
are
true.
magical.
Vivienne,
the basic ones
are
of
you
the
trying-
language that Vivienne has been using for so long aren't magical.
I know. Yeah. He just I think technically I'm gonna double check this, but I think he does have the skill, like so, or at least the cloak gives the skill to him. I believe. Yeah. Yeah, the cloak itself basically gives him the ability to know the language.
Oof. Okay.
So Vivienne, I guess my question is, would you do that? Try to do it secretly?
I mean, I honestly don't think that she would think to do it secretly.
Yeah. So I think you do that, and that tips Desiree off because he is watching. He's like invisible. He's literally right outside the window, and so he obviously sees that. And I'm trying to decide what he would do. If he would like try something, or if he would just like go away.
How bold is he feeling?
I don't know. There are a lot of people in this room, but all of them are scholars except for Marco.
I'm a scholar of the street.
You're also a scholar of law, but he doesn't count. He doesn't count for him.
And prostitutes, apparently. Wait, no, that's just learned. It's being learned.
Right, prostitute-wise. I think he might. Tell me, Joe, how long does the ritual take? You know, because you just
So I can make it up.
make it up. Yeah. Is this like you just have to say the magic words, or is this like you spend hours sweating over a fire? Like...
No, I mean, because it took so long to figure it out, right? I think that's the reward in and of itself. So it probably takes somewhere between 10 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
Right? I don't know that I could put a definite number on that, but I don't think it takes hours on end. And because there's so much you have to get right, even in just that short amount of time, right? And we've perfected that. We know how to do that now. So.
Okay, so I think what happens is, Vivienne, you make the sign, and immediately you can sense, like through the magic sense or whatever, that he saw you do that and understood what you just said. So like you immediately, like the hair stands up in the back of your head, on the back of your neck, and you're like, like, oh, something's about to go down. What do you do?
Ugh.
I wish Marco had a gun on him. Then I could just say, Marco, shoot at the window.
I got a knife.
Yeah, I mean, he could just rush the window.
I mean, there's not much Vivian can do. Like,
I'm just curious if she like warns anyone else, or just because Joe, you also know that something's wrong now too, and so you can react.
Yeah, but the
like,
thing is, like, I've already said that something's wrong.
Basically what I'm just saying is Vivian, like, you understand that you understand intuitively. He saw what you just said and knew what it was. So before you knew where he was there, but he didn't know that you knew he was there, and now you know he knows you're there.
Right.
He knows now. He knows that you know he's there. That was complicated to say. Do you react any differently beyond that, or do you just leave it to Joe? Did you sign again? He knows we're here.
Yeah, I'd probably just do that.
So Joe. So Joe, you also know if you wanted to, you could speed up the ritual. It would be more risky, but you could do it.
I mean, here's the thing. If he's like right outside my window, how speedy can we do this ritual? Just say the magic word and bam, I have magic? Like, that doesn't seem logical.
I think basically what this is all of the like 10 to 30 minutes is like the safety rails, right? It's like, this is to make sure that's the thing you were studying, right? To like the safety rails to make sure it goes as clean as possible. If you wanted to, you could just say the magic words.
It's got climbing in your window, snatching your people up.
You could also just like tell Marco, like, attack him, like.
Well, that's what I feel like I would do. I feel like I would like shout like, he's right outside the window or something like that. Like, I wouldn't. My initial instinct.
Wait a second.
Like,
wait, he's invisible, right? Sorry.
Yes, he's invisible.
Yeah.
Okay, so my one instinct doesn't matter then. That I always make sure I know who's in the room.
Yes.
He's not in the room.
He's not in the room. He's outside the window, invisible.
Yeah, I feel like I would just like, if like Jocelyn's like in front of me, like she was talking to me, like I'd like pull her away from like the window.
Yeah.
And then I'd like basically yell at Marco, like he's right outside her window, invisible.
I can't see him.
So this is what we're gonna do. Everybody's gonna make a steal test.
Yeah.
Except for Joe and Vivian, because they know what's happening. It's just the other people to like react, right? What the reaction time is like. And Desiree is gonna make this.
And we can't fork in anything.
No, it's just steal. The base
I do have what
base op is your hesitation. But let me double check real quick because
I do have that one permanent modifier at least.
Yes, you do. Yeah, true. Real
I
quick,
don't know what my hesitation
you
is.
are feeling
My
safe.
hesitation's
You are feeling safe in a group of friends / allies. You can add one other modifier dice.
Oh, okay. Wait, give me a second. Then I gotta close that. That's 2 modifiers.
But also increase the ob by 1 because this is magic happening here. So it's gonna be what your hesitation is plus 1. Your hesitation should be directly below steal on the sheet.
It's 6. Why is it so high?
Because your hesitation is 10 minus your will.
Will's only 4.
Also, steal automatically open ends though, so it automatically rerolls 6s. So you have a better chance of succeeding.
Still, that's 6 rolling against 7. That's not very good odds to begin with.
Oh yeah. All right, so he got a 2. So that means he.
Not very good.
Oh wow. Okay,
No, I
I
don't
rolled
know.
lots of 6s.
Sorry, his hesitation is 6. I don't know why I didn't put that in there.
I got very, very, very
Whoa.
lucky.
That was really good. So you don't hesitate at all. He hesitates for 4 heartbeats.
Okay, what kind of window is this?
I mean, that's the really important. It was you two. That's the
I don't
important
think
thing.
it's super big because it's like it's
Is
supposed
it
to be a
going to-
private area.
Is it going to open if I try and jump out of it? Or is it literally just a solid window that neither of us can get through either way?
I feel like for dramatic purposes, it should be enough that you guys go through the window.
Okay.
Because that's more dramatic.
Because then it's the kind of thing where like, okay, he's outside the window. Run around the mansion.
Right. No, yeah, I think you could, if you wanted to, you could just jump through the window, Marco.
I'm going to do it.
All right. You just want to jump right into him, basically?
I rolled a 10 out of 7. 10 through against 7. I feel like it's what he would do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And if he's right outside the window, I might
what's your intent?
take him down.
Just literally
my
tackle him?
knife is out.
Knife, is that literally just kill him, basically?
Yeah.
So let's do it like this. You're trying to give him a wound, right? That's the and then we can roll for
Well,
based
because
on.
you said that you want to make him confess first, right?
Well, here's the thing. I can't see him. Invisible people are really hard to do anything to.
So basically,
I'm like,
you're just gonna try to stab him. That's your intent.
if I can do that, then at least I can see something.
Yes.
I'll see the blood.
Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. So you are going to roll. Let's see.
And does my cold-blooded, jaded, thick skin help me at all? Incite actions in a duel of wits are +2 ob against this character. I don't know what that means.
That does not help.
Okay.
A duel of wits is what I did.
Oh, reduce hesitation for shock and surprise by 3. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I was gonna say jaded should have helped me a lot there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
It
basically,
didn't matter,
you didn't hesitate at all in any way, shape, or form. Like Joe says something, you're already like halfway there.
And cold-blooded should have maybe even reduced it more.
Mm-hmm. There wasn't death, violence, or pain, but
potentially,
but yeah, it's
this guy's killed people.
It's true. Okay, so he is gonna. This is just basically like a pure instinct response on his part. So I guess his role is basically just going to be try to stop you from stabbing him, right? And so he's just going to roll his brawling, but like no forks. Like this is just his pure instinctual like keep you away from me sort of a thing. So this is your mod or your ob.
3?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll also roll brawling. Actually, let's see. I want to try and roll brawl. Let me click the die. Okay, I want to roll brawling. Click the die. Dang it. It won't pop up. There we go. So I have the 1 modifier to start with, but I want to try and fork in intimidation.
Yeah.
Murder-wise.
Yes.
And no, not street-wise. I always think like that's street smart, but it's not the same thing.
I'll let you fork in sleight of hand.
Okay. So maybe he doesn't know I have the knife. So
yeah, either that and then also like you getting the knife out very quickly, that sort of thing, right? That's all.
So intimidation, murder-wise, and sleight of hand.
Yeah.
So it's 3 extra modifiers, so 4 modifiers in total.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to add any Artha? I feel like I want to add at least 1 just to make sure this goes very, very well. And I also have Fate, so.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ob 3.
Yep.
Okay. Are you freaking kidding me?
Oh my gosh. Do you have 6s?
Oh, did you add in the +1 modifier?
Yep. That's why I have 4 modifiers.
You can at the very least you can spend 1 fate to reroll 1 6 or 1 failed dice.
Should have added more persona.
Yeah, that was rough, buddy.
I only have 3.
I know.
And is it open-ended or?
It is, yes, it's open-ended. Yep. There you go. Perfect. All you needed. Okay, so you get exactly the amount of successes.
Oh, and one thing I should have mentioned this too. Like stab him and maybe like stab the cloak, but I don't know if I understand much about the cloak.
Yeah, I mean you can't even really tell where the cloak is. Like you're just pile driving him. Yeah. So basically, what happens is you do an incidental hit on him, which is for you. What does that knife do?
2, 4, 6, 0, 1.
Yeah, so
I don't know what any of those numbers
B2.
mean.
You do a B2. unfortunately. So that's because you got an incidental hit, which is exactly the amount of successes you needed. Basically, if you had gotten one or two, let's see, what if you had gotten
3 successes.
2 successes over, you would have done a B6.
Okay.
Wait, let me. Is that
I got
right?
I got 3 successes.
Give me a second. Is that right? Because yes, because it doesn't add any. The dagger doesn't add any weapon power. That's why.
But don't I have something? I feel like I have something that adds.
What I mean is 2 successes over the obstacle.
Mm-hmm. So meeting the obstacle just does
meeting
the eye.
obstacle does the eye. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I think that's going to be a superficial wound. So basically, you managed to nick him, but like that's basically the best you got.
I mean, he's invisible. I'd say that's fair.
Yeah, that's entirely fair. Or I guess it's it's bruised. That's what it is for him, which doesn't do anything until you get like 3 of them. So yeah, just a bare nick. Unfortunately.
I thought I had something else about fighting, but I can't see anything.
But yeah, so I mean, you're tussling with him on the roof, right, of this manor at this point. And we got the situation. I think basically when you hit him, the spell gets disrupted. And
that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, you can see him, and so you're pressing your knife like towards his throat, right, and like he's just barely holding you at bay, sort of a thing. And you've basically just like cut right into the tip of his throat, sort of thing, just like, and he's just grunting and swearing.
I'd probably crawl to a point. Can you use a little help here?
Oh yeah. I mean, does anybody do anything?
I don't know.
A question, Marguerite. Would at any point you just show up to the manor to help Marco catch the murderer?
I mean, 100% if I had any idea that anything was going to be going down at any point.
I mean, maybe. Well, you're just like you're walking by as
Maybe I'm coming by to make sure I have some solid dirt on Crozier before I go and approach for blockmail.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring something like that.
I need some solid evidence.
And then you see me jump out the window.
And I think that's basically when you get into the estate, right? And you just see him jump out the window, and then suddenly Desiree Gilson, this other guy, is there, and they're just rolling around on the roof, like.
The roof?
Yeah, I mean, where else are you gonna land? You jumped out the window.
I thought we were like on the first floor or something.
No, this is like her study in like the tower or whatever. Yeah.
Oh geez. Then I guess I would start running to try and get into the tower.
Yeah. So you're just like,
Isabeau, stay here.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't know if I would have Isabeau with me.
Yeah, probably not.
Darcy can
watch her. Yeah. Yeah. So you just start booking it. Joe, Vivienne, I mean, Pascal and Jocelyn are basically just like, what the heck?
So we know that Vivienne has to like do like some sign to like basically get rid of Desiree's magic. So I'm like, I think this would be the time, right? I mean, he's pinned down. When else are we gonna get a chance like this to like do it?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's some way I can like help her, like from all the study that I've done, like have I figured out like what the sign is. And
you could probably help her with that. A way that you could more substantially help her. You could just do the ritual, get magic yourself.
You're just trying to force me into this ritual real quickly.
I'm trying to present you a complicated situation in which you can make a difficult decision. But yeah, either one would work. It's just going to be more helpful if you actually had magic to help her.
I know. And I know that, like, if I have the magic, like, I'll just be able to help her.
You have a good guess, yeah.
The question, so we've done all this research. What do I know can go wrong?
What do you know can go wrong?
What are my consequences here?
So it depends. There are a couple of things that could go wrong. The main thing that could go wrong is, so one of the things that could go wrong is, a standard thing that could go wrong for, magic users in general. You could get taxed, which is you have to pass a fort test and you get your fort reduced, and it could be bad. If you, if fort is reduced to 0, the character is incapacitated. If fort is reduced below 0, the character suffers a wound equal to the obstacle multiplied by each die below 0. So that could be bad. What is more likely to happen is an unintended effect, right? Like, you could be... You could... I mean, really, you could mess up, right? It's not that you would mess up the ritual. It's just that you would mess up... You don't... Okay, so you don't have the safety rails, right? The magic is going to try to flood into you. And who knows what that will do to you, your body, someone around you. It's just like a big question mark. You know the magic is powerful. You know that the words of power you're going to speak are very powerful. And the magic is going to rush into you. And after that, in that moment of ecstasy as the magic enters you, things could go horribly wrong. You could just suddenly do something that you don't want to, or the magic could explode from you in some unintended way.
It's like a wild magic sorcerer.
I don't want to hurt anybody.
Up to you. Totally up to you, Joe. This is just a moment where we get to see what matters to Joe and how she approaches things, right? Like,
maybe what we could do is take a quick break while she thinks.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could do that.
Sure. All right, we'll be right back with Lavender Shadows after this quick break. Stick around.